Now imagine this, your everyday plumber, wrench in hand, fixing leaks. Now fast forward a decade and he's in the octagon, a UFC champion taking the world by storm. How did he get from there to here? Conor McGregor's jaw-dropping journey will redefine what you thought was possible. Stay tuned to uncover the story of a lifetime. Conor Anthony McGregor was born in 1998 in the vibrant city of Dublin, Ireland, to parents Tony and Margaret McGregor. In a peculiar twist, his parents claimed he came into the world with clenched fists, setting the stage for his future in fighting. At 12, he started training at the Crumlin Boxing Club, laying the foundation for his striking style and securing a Dublin Novice Championship. Despite McGregor's initial disinterest in traditional education, he took on a trade job as a plumber's apprentice to sustain himself. Juggling 12-hour shifts with rigorous training sessions at the gym became a daily grind for McGregor. However, the disconnect between his passion for MMA and his plumbing apprenticeship soon became evident. Driven by his unwavering determination, McGregor boldly decided to quit plumbing and fully commit to pursuing MMA. This move was met with disapproval from his parents, but Conor remained steadfast in his chosen path. During this transformative period, McGregor found a source of support and companionship in Dee Devlin, who had become a constant presence throughout his MMA journey. Conor McGregor burst onto the MMA scene in 2007 with a first-round knockout against Kieran Campbell in an amateur fight for the Irish Ring of Truth promotion in Dublin, securing a contract and starting his legendary career. Under the guidance of renowned coach John Kavanagh, McGregor's professional debut took place in March 2008, where he defeated Gary Morris in the second round via TKO, while his initial record stood at 4-2, showcasing potential and areas for improvement. McGregor's dedication shone through, as he relentlessly worked on refining his skills. This commitment propelled him into a remarkable streak of victories, securing triumphs in his next 8 fights, each concluding in less than 2 rounds. McGregor's dominance extended beyond wins, as he simultaneously clinched the Cage Warriors featherweight and lightweight championships, marking a historic achievement as the first European professional fighter to hold 2 titles simultaneously. UFC President Dana White took notice, offering McGregor a multi-fight contract in 2013, solidifying his position as only the second Irish fighter to compete in the UFC, following in the footsteps of his teammate Tom Egan. Conor McGregor's highly anticipated UFC debut finally arrived in April 2013, and the excitement was palpable as he faced Marcus Brimage. McGregor didn't just make an entrance, he dominated the fight with a TKO victory in just over a minute, earning his first knockout of the night prize and a substantial $60,000 bonus. What made this triumph even more remarkable was McGregor's revelation, just a week before the fight, that he had been relying on welfare checks to make ends meet. This victory marked a crucial turning point in McGregor's career, propelling him from financial struggles to the spotlight of success. Maintaining his dominance, McGregor secured his next victory against Max Holloway, even with the added challenge of tearing his ACL during the fight. The momentum led him to headlining an event in his 3rd UFC appearance, taking on Diego Brandao in his hometown of Dublin. The Dublin event was another highlight in McGregor's journey, as he secured a dramatic 1-round knockout against Diego Brandao. The Irish crowd erupted in celebration, establishing McGregor as a skilled fighter and a hometown hero. Following his win, McGregor delivered his now iconic quote, "We're not here to take part, we're here to take over." The rallying cry resonated with thousands of Irish fans, solidifying McGregor's growing star power in the world of UFC. McGregor continued his meteoric rise to stardom, showcasing his skills by securing knockout victories over Dennis Siver and Dustin Poirier in the UFC. With 5 impressive wins, McGregor earned the opportunity to face featherweight champion Jose Aldo for the championship. The much-anticipated fight, announced in January 2015, was set to headline UFC 189 in July of the same year. The promotional efforts went global, with a whirlwind 12-day tour spanning Aldo's native Brazil and McGregor's homeland of Dublin. However, a twist of fate occurred as Aldo had to withdraw due to a rib injury, paving the way for top contender Chad Mendes to step in as a replacement, with the interim featherweight belt up for grabs. Despite multiple knockdowns, McGregor showcased unwavering determination, ultimately delivering a knockout to Chad in the final moments of round 2. The moment McGregor secured the interim belt was undeniably surreal, with his emotions overflowing as the belt was placed around his waist. McGregor earned the chance to fight Aldo again, this time in a title unification bout. Despite a lengthy build-up, McGregor's lightning-fast knockout of Aldo in just 13 seconds marked history, making him only the second featherweight champion in UFC history and setting a record for the fastest championship performance ever. The astonishing one-punch knockout created an unforgettable moment, particularly considering Aldo's undefeated streak of over a decade. If you love what you see on screen, drop a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to ensure you never miss out on more jaw-dropping one-punch knockouts like this. After securing a remarkable victory at UFC 194, McGregor's ambitions soared as he expressed a burning desire to achieve the coveted status of a two-division UFC champion. Eager to replicate his previous success in the Cage Warriors promotion, McGregor focused his sights on the lightweight division, setting the stage for a potentially historic journey. His initial opponent, Rafael dos Anjos, added to the intrigue, promising a clash that could reshape McGregor's legacy. However, fate had a different plan when dos Anjos withdrew due to a broken foot, thrusting Nate Diaz into the spotlight on short notice, changing the battleground to welterweight. McGregor's decision to move up 2 weight classes to face a naturally larger opponent showcased his fearless approach to challenges. Despite being the overwhelming favorite, McGregor faced a setback as Nate Diaz wore him down, securing a submission victory with a rear naked choke in the second round. This defeat marked the end of McGregor's impressive 15-fight winning streak, but he swiftly rebounded, true to his resilient nature. Embracing the defeat, McGregor vowed to make the necessary adjustments for a rematch. UFC 202 brought forth a bout contested once again at welterweight, and what unfolded became etched in UFC history. The fight between McGregor and Diaz captivated audiences, culminating in McGregor's triumph by a majority decision after a grueling 5-round fight. Both fighters earned the accolade of Fight of the Night, and the event reached unprecedented heights, becoming the highest-selling pay-per-view at the time, with a staggering 1.6 million buys. After the thrilling showdowns with Nate Diaz, McGregor strategically moved to the lightweight division, as previously planned, to take on the newly crowned lightweight champion, Eddie Alvarez. The anticipation was palpable as the two warriors were set to headline Madison Square Garden's inaugural UFC event, UFC 205. Connor once again delivered a jaw-dropping performance in a display of sheer mastery, securing a second-round TKO victory over Alvarez. This triumph marked a historic milestone for McGregor, as he solidified his status as the first simultaneous two-division champion in the UFC, reaching the zenith of the MMA world. After securing a historic win over Eddie Alvarez, McGregor took a break to prepare for his first chance of rival, leading to the UFC stripping him of his featherweight title due to inactivity, and later bidding farewell to his lightweight title as well, while shifting his focus to boxing and passionately advocating for a showdown with Floyd Mayweather. The much-anticipated bout was officially announced in June 2017, triggering widespread criticism from the boxing and MMA communities. McGregor's decision to make his boxing debut against arguably the world's best boxer raised eyebrows. The pre-fight build-up, marked by a monumental press tour, was historic, featuring a barrage of insults between the two fighters. As expected, the bout unfolded with Mayweather securing a TKO victory in the 10th round. Despite the defeat, McGregor pocketed an estimated $100 million, leading him to extend his break to savor the fruits of his labor. Notably, this period saw the launch of his whiskey brand, Proper 12, paying homage to his roots in Crumlin, Dublin 12. During Conor's hiatus from the MMA scene, Khabib Nurmagomedov emerged as a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division. With impressive victories over elite opponents, Khabib earned the right to fight for the lightweight championship in April 2018. However, the lead-up to the fight took an unexpected turn, 2 days before the highly anticipated UFC 223 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, Conor McGregor made a grand entrance with his entourage, unleashing chaos by hurling a hand truck at a bus. The repercussions were immediate and severe, with shattered glass causing injuries to some UFC competitors on board, leading to the cancellation of 2 upcoming fights. Described by Dana White as the most despicable thing in UFC history, McGregor attempted to justify his actions through a text message, citing existing animosity between his camp and that of Khabib Nurmagomedov. This contentious incident resulted in McGregor turning himself into the NYPD later that evening, leading to his arrest and charges of 1 count of criminal mischief and 3 counts of assault. McGregor later revealed that the incident was retaliation for Khabib confronting his teammate in a hotel room just days earlier. Despite the tumultuous week, Khabib claimed the lightweight title, stripping Conor of the belt he'd held in 2016. The bus incident, though controversial, undeniably set the stage for one of the most anticipated grudge matches in promotional history. Shortly after, it was confirmed that McGregor would make his highly anticipated return to challenge Khabib Nurmagomedov for the lightweight title, headlining UFC 229. The build-up to the fight was fueled by intense animosity between the 2 fighters. Unfortunately for Conor, the bout didn't go his way, as Khabib dominated him, securing a 4th-round submission victory. After the fight, both camps erupted in a brawl, resulting in a 6-month suspensions for both McGregor and Khabib. Despite the loss, McGregor was expected to return to the octagon in 2019, having signed a 6-fight deal with the UFC ahead of the Khabib fight. The setback for Conor McGregor after the loss to Khabib at UFC 229 and the subsequent suspension was undoubtedly challenging, and unfortunately, his troubles seemed to multiply. In 2019, McGregor found himself making headlines for less than stellar reasons, including fake retirements, accusations of sexual assault, and an altercation with an elderly man in an Irish pub. The legal issues continued as he faced suspicion of strong-armed robbery and criminal mischief in Miami, Florida, following an incident where he allegedly slapped a fan's phone out of their hand. McGregor was released after posting bond despite being arrested and taken into custody. In March 2019, McGregor dropped a bombshell on Twitter, announcing his retirement from the sport that catapulted him to fame, concluding his MMA career with 21 victories and 4 losses. Simultaneously, news broke that McGregor was under investigation for sexual assault in Ireland, adding another layer to the tumultuous period. Despite the controversy, McGregor confirmed the intention to return in January 2020. The comeback was nothing short of spectacular. On January 18, 2020, at UFC 246, after over a year away from the octagon, McGregor faced Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone in a welterweight match. The Irish fighter secured a victory via technical knockout in just 40 seconds into the first round, marking the 2nd fastest win of his career. This impressive win earned him a Performance of the Night award and made McGregor the first UFC fighter to hold knockout finishes in the featherweight, lightweight, and welterweight divisions. Despite declaring retirement again on June 6, 2020, McGregor's career was far from over. Rumors of retirement persisted, but McGregor was scheduled for a rematch against Dustin Poirier at UFC 257 on January 24, 2021 for the UFC Lightweight Championship. Unfortunately, McGregor suffered his first knockout loss in the 2nd round. Following a 6-month medical suspension, McGregor faced Poirier again at UFC 264 on July 10, 2021. However, the fight ended abruptly in round 1 due to a broken tibia, leading to a technical knockout. After taking time off to recover from the leg injury, McGregor confirmed his role as the coach for the Ultimate Fighter 31 against Michael Chandler, with plans to face each other after the season at an event in June this year. Beyond the confines of the octagon, Conor McGregor's success story extends into various ventures. In 2018, he co-founded Proper No. 12 Irish Whiskey, which has rapidly become the market's fastest-growing whiskey brand. 2021 marked a significant milestone, as reports surfaced about McGregor and his business associates selling their controlling ownership in Proper No. 12 to Proximo Spirits for an estimated $600 million. This move followed their 2020 sale of 49% ownership to Proximo Spirits. However, McGregor's entrepreneurial spirit goes beyond the world of spirits. He has diversified his investments across various industries, including TIDL Recovery Spray, the Dystopia Conquest of Heroes video game series, the Black Forge Inn in Dublin, McGregor Fast Fitness, and Forged Irish Stout. Such a diverse portfolio contributed to McGregor's top-ranking position as the highest-paid athlete on Forbes' 2021 Highest-Paid Athletes list. Beyond his business acumen, McGregor has also ventured into Hollywood. The MMA icon has stepped onto the movie set, joining the ranks of notable fighters turned actors like Randy Couture, George St. Pierre, and Ronda Rousey. In the latest adaptation of Roadhouse on Amazon Prime, McGregor will be making his acting debut alongside Jake Gyllenhaal. While McGregor's exact role is shrouded in mystery, sources suggest that he'll portray an original character rather than himself in the production. Despite having been the face of numerous advertisements for his various businesses, Roadhouse represents McGregor's inaugural foray into feature film, marking yet another exciting chapter in the multifaceted career of this sports and business luminary. With Conor McGregor making a splash in Hollywood outside the octagon, the spotlight is now on his upcoming clash with Chandler in June. Do you believe Conor's streak of good fortune will extend to the ring? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, show your support by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. For those wanting the full scoop on Francis Ngannou, baddest man on the planet, the story awaits you here. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you soon.